Hey everyone, I released my open beta beginner's guide a few months ago now, and since then a bunch has changed, so I thought it was time to revisit the game and give a more up-to-date version for new players just jumping in for the first time. I will give a brief history of Enlisted to get you caught up to speed, and then I will break down each menu tab to give you an overview of how the squad and inventory system work. Finally, I will take you into battle and show you some of the mechanics of the game itself, including some squad commands and some controls to change to make swapping back and forth between your soldiers a breeze. First off, a brief history for those of you who have just stumbled onto the game and may have never heard of it before. Enlisted is a squad-based World War II first-person shooter by Darkflow Software, which features AI squad members that you're able to swap between freely on the fly. Published by Gaijin Entertainment, Enlisted runs on the Daegor engine, which is the same engine used for War Thunder. Enlisted originally released into closed beta with the launch of the next-gen Xbox consoles last year, and ran as a timed Xbox and PC exclusive until PS5 was added to the mix in March. Now that we are approaching the 1-year anniversary of the launch, Enlisted has been released for both the Xbox One and PS4. Crossplay is optional, giving two options: full crossplay with PC, or console only, which includes all 4 platforms. Enlisted is free to play with a slight catch. The in-game monetization is heavily featured throughout every aspect of the game and is exhaustively incentivized. I won't go into it too much in this video, but if you'd like more details, I go into it further within my video where I ask the question, is Enlisted pay to win? I've left a link in the description if you would like to check it out. This game also features a premium account which gives several in-game bonuses, as well as a battle pass. Now that you're all caught up with a bit of background about the game, let's get into the menus of Enlisted. First, I will give a brief overview of what each tab is used for, and then break down each one and go into more detail. First up is the Soldiers tab. On this page you will find your currently equipped squads and their respective soldier breakdown, including their individual loadouts. Next up is the Campaign tab, showing your current progress and unlocks through each army's campaigns. Next we come to the Upgrades tab, where you will find options to upgrade many different aspects of your squads. Finally, we have the Logistics tab, where you can buy new weapons and gear for your soldiers. Back on the Soldiers tab, as a free-to-play player, you will be able to bring a maximum of 4 squads, which can be comprised of 3 infantry squads and 1 vehicle squad. These cannot be changed once in battle, so choose wisely before jumping in. If you have the premium account, you will be able to bring an extra infantry and vehicle squad with you. You are also able to buy more slots with Enlisted Gold, which is the in-game premium currency. Gold can be bought in the store or received as a reward from the Elite Battle Pass. The number of members you can have in each squad is determined by its specialist class, with sniper squads having the least and rifleman squads having the most. You can also upgrade your squads to include other specialists to give you flexibility to make your ideal configuration. Speaking of specialists, on screen now is a breakdown of all 12 specialist classes that are in the game, each one bringing its own unique abilities into battle. Some specialists have minor abilities like weapon type, but some of the higher tier units like engineers and radio operators will allow you to build equipment like anti-air and call-in artillery strikes. After selecting a squad, it will show your current specialist configuration at the top, including the max for each class type. You may use any combination of classes, up to the maximum amount of soldiers for each as determined by what you have unlocked in the Upgrades tab, but more on that later. Below this, you will find a brief overview of each soldier, showing their class, name, and primary weapon, as well as their current and max soldier level. Selecting a soldier will bring up their weaponry and perk menu. Here you will see an overview of the soldier's currently equipped items. Selecting an item will bring you into the Change Equipment screen, where you will be able to equip different weapons and gear to help each soldier in battle. For instance, equipping a soldier with a med pack will allow you or the AI to self-revive and get back in the fight. New weapons and equipment can be acquired through the Logistics tab, but more on that shortly. You can also upgrade your weapons here using weapon parts that can be acquired through breaking down extra guns you have. Check the bottom right corner of your screen while you have your weapon of choice selected to see the current and available upgrades and their benefits. Heading back to the perk menu, here you can find a breakdown of all the perks that are unlocked at each individual soldier's level. You can level up your soldiers in 3 ways: by gaining XP while using the squads in battle, Kills by your AI squad mates do count towards this. By using soldier level up orders which can be obtained through the battle pass, or by buying the level up with enlisted gold. Upon leveling up, you'll be given the choice to choose between 3 random perks. These perks vary, but some are very valuable in battle. For instance, the plus 75% medpack usage speed is crucial in some situations. Choose available perks to see a full list of perks that are available to your soldier. These do seem to vary per soldier type. As you choose your perks, keep an eye on your perk points. Some that you choose will take away from one of the 3 perk points that each soldier has, which include speed, vitality, and weapon handling. The 2 numbers show you the total points remaining on the left and the total perk points on the right. The total points also have a secondary meaning. As the maximum for each perk point type increases, it will slightly increase the soldier's sprint speed, maximum stamina, and vertical recoil control in battle. If you decide you would like to change one of the soldier's perks, you can remove it, which will lower your soldier 1 level, and you will then have to regain the XP needed to level up before choosing a replacement. This brings me to the final part of the Soldiers tab, the new training system. Training used to have its own tab and worked in a very different manner, but Darkfall recently completely retooled the system and made it much easier to use. In order to train your soldier and increase their max level, you must do 2 things. First, ensure that the maximum training level has been unlocked in the appropriate squad class in the Upgrades tab, which I will cover shortly. Next, at the bottom of the perks page, you will see the option to spend bronze troop orders to train your soldier. Each order you spend will increase one of the 3 perk points at random, and once you have reached the predetermined amount of orders for training based on the next level, your soldier's max level will increase to a max rank of 5. Next up we have the Campaign tab. On this page you will find your current progress along the currently selected campaign in its respective armies. The campaigns will allow you to unlock new squads that hold unique specialists and vehicles that will help you dominate the battle. Every army within every campaign has its own line of progression and unlocks, so there is lots of opportunity for progression in this game. You can progress through the campaigns by gaining XP in battle, or like many other aspects of Enlisted, skip the work with gold. You are able to change campaigns from any tab by hitting the start button to bring up the menu, selecting Switch Campaign, and then choosing the desired campaign. Moving over to the Upgrades tab, here you will find all of your squads listed with their available upgrade points shown in the upper right corner. Each squad will have 3 upgrade trees covering Squad, Personnel, and Workshop. Within squad upgrades, you will find upgrades that are specific to the selected squad, including XP boosts, squad size increases, reserve increases, and the option to choose between classes to add to your squad. Any option that branches off in this manner will allow you to choose one of the available classes to add to your squad, so choose wisely. If you change your mind, you are able to change this if you have an upgrade change order, which can be obtained through the Battle Pass or again by using gold. In the Personnel Upgrades tree, you will find upgrades that are specific to the class of soldier that the squad is based on. In this case, the Rifleman class. These upgrades take effect across all soldiers of this class regardless of their squad. Here you will be able to increase the max level of your soldiers as needed for training. You can also unlock XP boosts and open up more inventory options, which again you will have to choose wisely. Last on the Upgrades tab is the Workshop upgrades. This is where you will find the ability to increase specific gun max levels, gain disassembly bonuses to get more spare parts, as well as modification cost reductions. Each weapon can be found under a squad type that is able to wield that weapon. For instance, under an Allied Rifleman squad on the Battle of Berlin campaign, you will find the Mosin M44. While in the same campaign, you will also find the PPS-42, TOZ-B shotgun, and PPS-43 under an assault squad. In order to find which squad is able to upgrade your chosen weapon, in the Change Equipment screen, as long as you have achieved the highest level possible for that weapon, you will be able to choose Upgrade in the bottom right corner, followed by Research when the menu pops up. This will take you directly to the proper squad that holds the upgrade tree for that specific weapon. This brings us to the Logistics tab, which is essentially Enlisted's store. Before I get too far into this, I want to touch on the currencies of Enlisted. Shown in the top right corner of your screen is the breakdown of your current Enlisted gold, orders for weaponry, and orders for troops. Enlisted gold, as mentioned earlier, is the premium currency that can be acquired by paying real money. The weapon and troop orders come in 3 different versions: bronze, silver, and gold. These can be acquired multiple ways, including earning them in battle, receiving them from the Battle Pass, unlocking achievements, or completing battle tasks. Once you have some weapon and troop orders, they can be spent in the Logistics tab to receive new weapons and troops to outfit your squads. You can also use weapon orders for equipment deliveries for more med packs, explosives, and other goodies. This is also where you will find Enlisted's premium squads that are available for purchase. Keep in mind here that the Logistics tab works like all others, having a dedicated page for each army. Be sure you have the correct army selected before purchasing new items. Alright, that is the menus out of the way. Let's hop into a battle and check out a few more things. After you have completed the mandatory training round, you will be able to head into Squads mode, which is the main mode of the game featuring the AI. When choosing Squads, you will be placed into a round of either Invasion or Conquest. Invasion has teams attacking and defending progressing points across the map, and Conquest pits teams against each other over control of several constant points. After the game loads up, you will be given the option to choose one of your predetermined squads and head into battle. In the bottom left corner of your HUD, you will see vital info about your squad, including soldier class, life status, kills, current action state, injuries, and inventory. You are able to swap freely between your living soldiers to better address the threats in front of you. For instance, if your squad gets pinned down by a sniper and you have an SMG, you are able to swap to a soldier that has a rifle or even a sniper class if you have one in your squad in order to return fire. I'm going to pause for a second here and talk about the squad controls. By default, the controls for the squads are kind of strange to say the least. I changed a few settings here to make life easier. First, head into the controls menu and head over to the View tab. The game comes with a view setting for you to look around freely by turning your head. I personally never have found a use for it in game, so I cleared off this setting in order to reuse RB, or R1 on PlayStation. Next, go to the Squad tab and change the button setup for Show Pie menu to be Fast Press. Next, set Artillery Strike to Up on the directional pad, with Hold as the button setup. Set Switch Member to RB Fast Press, and Soldier Selection menu to RB Hold. Finally, head over to the Interface tab and change Mark Enemy to left trigger and X, or square on PlayStation. To do this, enter the Bind menu, and while holding left trigger, press X. Now you will be able to swap between your soldiers instantly by tapping RB, or you can pull up the selection wheel and choose a soldier directly by holding RB. Also, you are able to give movement orders to your squad by tapping up on the directional pad to pull up the orders menu, or double tapping X, square on PlayStation, where you want them to go. If you have a radio operator in your squad, you can call in an artillery strike by holding up on the directional pad, or by going into the squad menu by tapping it. The radio operator does not have to be your active soldier, he just needs to be in your squad. Within the squad menu, you are also able to give further directions to your squad, like follow orders and squad formations. There is also a quick chat menu that will allow you to respond to other players or ask for things like ammo or enemy coordinates. Once into a battle, if you are shot and have a med pack, you will be put into a downed state, which gives you about 10 seconds to get into cover and pick yourself up. This is where the 75% med pack perk comes in handy, as it will drop this to 2.5 seconds. The AI will pick themselves up as well, as long as the soldier has been equipped with a med pack. If you are unsuccessful in reviving yourself and die, you will be given the option to take control of another available member of your squad until there are no surviving members. At this point, you'll be returned to the squad selection menu, where you can choose to come back as another infantry squad, or take control of a tank or plane. Both vehicles have you locked into first-person view, and the tanks aren't too bad to control once you get used to them, but I personally had a rough time getting used to the flight controls and had to completely rearrange my settings in order to remove the pointer control and set them to a somewhat comfortable configuration. I made a video about how to set your controls the same way, so if you're struggling like I was with them, I left a link in the description below for you to check it out. I have tried to provide as much info as possible for you to get started with Enlisted, and hope this gives you a good understanding of the game before jumping in yourself. But if you have any questions at all about the game that I have not covered, or would like me to go into further detail about something I have covered in this video, please let me know in the comments and I will do my best to help you out. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, keep gaming.